Hey everyone, my name is Carlos Simpson and I am Chico Amerikan. It is Tuesday, May 23rd, 2017. Sorry to get the podcast out so late. Had a couple of hiccups. So, learning some lessons here, finding out that if I have a gig, a comedy stand up gig that I'm going to do, and I post live on Facebook, post live on Twitter, post live on Instagram. That we're gonna have another follow up video. I may want to check with the promoter first to make sure that nothing came up last minute. I swear, I told everybody, hey, if you want to, you can show up. I know it's kind of hard. It's fucking Tuesday at 12:30, so who the fuck wants to who the fuck doesn't have work at that time, other than people who work at bars and strippers and whatever. Anyways, that's besides the point. But I had one friend show up, and it didn't occur to my dumb ass until like right before, till it's like 10, 15 minutes prior to the event. Last time they were open at like 12, and this time it's like 12:15, 12:20, and I'm like, hey, text the dude, are we still on? Oh yeah, sorry, something came up, my bad about that. Perfect. I'm glad I spent the entire week planning part two of the Chico story, the Chico American story that I posted on YouTube. So yeah, no, I felt that it was not right to not continue the podcast. It's just I ended up visiting New York, surprise visit to my mother, so I didn't get to do it on Sunday. So I'm trying to knock it out now. I can't believe it's already Tuesday. God damn it. Anyways, and so it got canceled again today, and kind of sucks. I was really looking forward to going through all four of the little stories. So the fourth little story that I got set up, four little 5 minute bit. It's kind of fun. I can't wait to go over it with y'all. There's like a quote unquote big reveal. So yeah, I'll definitely get that going. In the meantime, I do want to say thanks to everybody. I had quite a few people be supportive of it. I mean, it was kind of interesting. It was like the video that I posted, that first stand up, got like 200 views on LinkedIn, 100 views on YouTube, 100 views on Twitter and Instagram, and like Facebook. I didn't even track that. So, but there was a lot of support, a lot of love. I really appreciated it, and I'm thinking that if for some odd reason they cancel the fourth event, then that's just, well, fuck it. I just got to go out and start doing the open mic nights throughout the city. So that's definitely going to be the plan. And yeah, in the meantime, I've visited New York, and the one person who's not too glad about my little pursuit is definitely my mother. um, So yeah, I haven't had. Yeah, I don't think she listens to the podcast, but I haven't had the heart to tell her that it's something that I definitely want. If not something full fucking time, that definitely something that's gonna be a hobby. So, but whatever. I'm pretty sure just about every stand-up comedian, whether professional or not, their parent told them, don't do that, and so. Might be a bad time to to let her know that I'm also gonna grow my hair out, go back to the way that I used to look, the quote unquote Chico American look, and this time it's probably gonna be with like blue or green highlights. So I will continue to update on the disappointments of my poor ama. Yeah, she didn't understand why I was posting it on LinkedIn, didn't understand why I was posting it on YouTube, and but you got to do what you got to do, and either this thing's gonna crash and burn, or I might actually get to do some gigs. That's actually one of the whole purpose behind me posting the podcast and posting the videos is did some research on comedians, and you have those comedians that try to make it, and they'll do it, and madness is their method. They'll definitely be going to the bar drunk as shit, hitting on the wait staff, blowing up talent agents. Check out my page, check out my page, check out my page. So I'm trying to go a little more quote unquote professional route. professional says the guy who's going to grow out his facial hair, and highlight it green. No, but if for some odd reason I'm out at a gig and there's a talent agent, I definitely want there to oh, who's this Chico Amerikan guy? You can find me pretty easy. You can just look it up on YouTube, or I don't know if I mentioned it a million times that it's posted on social media. So I just wanted there to be content, so that if they look up, they see, okay, this guy's already posting his first stand-up. You can kind of see a progression of his comedy. He's doing a podcast, so... and I'm not going to lie to whoever the fuck is actually listening to this shit. I keep looking down at the clock and I'm like, God damn, I've been talking for like 10, 15 minutes. 5 minutes, 47 seconds. Holy shit. How some comedians do it, their podcast, and it's like a 30 to 45 minute podcast. It's that's got to be an art, because that's something that I remember when I was working a little office job. I listened to a podcast while I'm typing up some goddamn report, and I'd hear somebody go, all right, well, fuck, I got like an hour to kill, and I don't know what to say. And for some odd reason, those comedians make it seem like it's, easy, because I've obviously been doing it for years, and I'm just starting. But I'm sitting here looking at the clock like, God damn, really? I'm just, Because I seriously thought, I'm going to talk about going to New York and bits of New York and my mother. And then, okay, how long did that take? 2 minutes. Really? All right. So everybody who's on the podcast with Simpy, learning and growing. That's definitely the key thing. And, another one of the fun things that I got to do this weekend while visiting was definitely talk to my dear Ama. I don't know. I mean, this is literally what's on the top of my mind, so I might as well just fucking share it with you, because I kind of already hit up on all the comedy aspects of this podcast. But I got let go from this company that it's a big deal. I mean, it always blows to get let go, like, hey, we really appreciate all your hard work, but you gotta go. It's definitely, it's different than getting fired, that you suck, get the fuck out. It's more like it was their version of corporate. It's not you, it's me. And me means my company's not doing that great. So if you could just excuse yourself right on out. But yeah, we knew it was gonna come down the line. A buddy of mine, I mean, you work enough jobs, you live long enough, do enough shit out there in the crazy world, and so I ran into a crossroad. I could either take my business degree and my couple of years, a little bit of experience in sales, and get another sales job, which I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty worn out. Nothing wrong against sales. I mean, that is an art form, and if you can master it, if you got that drive for it, the way you can have a drive for just about any fucking thing and be successful in it, you just have that passion and the method, and that wants to succeed, you can definitely make a ton of money. I mean, just look at the big cats like Grant Cardone or Jordan Belfort or Brian Tracy. Okay, Jordan Belfort is the Wolf of Wall Street. That's always been like, just a little side note, because I know it's kind of jumping all over the place. Jordan Belfort, those three guys that I mentioned in all my sales interviews, I always mention, those three names. And you can kind of tell which companies you got to pass up on if they don't even know who the Michael Jordan of their industries are. It's I don't know much about sports, but just imagine if a dude came out there and was talking about basketball and he didn't know names like Kobe, LeBron, Michael Jordan. I was like, who are they? All right, so this fuck doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. And that's literally been my life. I want to say the past 5 months interviewing. Just going, I'd get either a phone interview or it'll be an actual interview, and I'll go, and that's like my little test. The same way that they test us when we fucking go. They're like, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? You try not to give that generic ass shit. Oh, well, I take on too much work for myself, and I get to work way too early. I swear to God, I've got a buddy who I've had, they go for a job and the recruiter or the manager will call me as a referral and they'll ask me that fucking question. First words out of my mouth is, well, I'm going to spare you the stereotypical, I work too hard and just take on too many projects. And they'll fucking thank me, like, Jesus, thank you, let me hear non-generic shit. Luckily I didn't get my buddy fired. He actually got both of those jobs he was applying for, so yeah. But that was a complete sidebar. So yeah, if I'm at those interviews, this is me interviewing for the fucking sales jobs, and the guys automatically, just asking me about my schedule, my driving, do I have this and that. All right, cool. And then it's my turn to ask questions, and they don't even know who Jordan Belfort is. And then we kind of just sit there and look at each other like assholes, and I'm like, the Wolf of Wall Street. Oh, is that who it is? Well, all right, cool. Yeah, all right, let me guess. You guys don't have a script? Yeah, cool. All right, yeah, of course, yeah. I'll let you know how I think about it. Not. So, anyways, I worked for a company. That was a really, really long sidebar. That's like a sidebar within a sidebar. So I told my mother that I left the job, and then 5 months later of interviewing, and oh yeah, and this reminds me of this one time my friend needed a job, referral. So, all right, so, God, I did all of that on no weed, no drugs. I'm very, very, very proud of my little brown self. But I digress. So, I mean, it's a big deal because if any Japanese or Asian descent, I'm not trying to upset or piss off anybody, but you understand having a tough parent, not like, beat you and shit. I mean, you'll hear about that in my stand-up, but no, like, just pretty strict mama, so especially the job that she was super successful at as a consultant and laid the groundwork and the foundation for, because I swear to God, my crazy mother's the type of person who'll do 8 people's worth of work in one day. We still don't know. We've hired a team of scientists. The results keep coming back with fuck you, and we don't get it. So, but yeah, it was a really big deal when dear son, dear fuck up son Chico, got the job, and that the company she used to work for in Mexico, and then because there's one in Mexico and there's one here, and then of course I would get laid off the Monday right before my trip, which was on Friday. So, I mean, you could see it in my face, and I don't really, I'm a big fan of, you don't tell on yourself. That's, like when you're growing up, you tell on yourself and shit, but I don't really do secrets, and not to mention it's like obvious. And when you get together with a family, how's the girlfriend, how are bills, how's work? I mean, the shit was going to come up, and I didn't want it to come up at a really bad time, so I just kind of waited until it's just me and her. It's kind of, we've already said hello, hey, surprise visit from son, yay, we're all happy. What's in your mind? All right, cool, yeah, because my face, I've got no poker face. Another little sidebar, we do these little sales interview, like you're calling somebody and pitching them, and we would get this horseshit of training. Like, why don't you try tell them tell the administrative assistant, oh, they're expecting my call. I was an executive assistant for 3 years, and that's literally that's basic shit. That is basic bitch shit. Like, we know they're not expecting your call, or you'd be on the fucking calendar. You could be Jesus Christ himself appear before me and go, I need to meet with your boss, and it's like, well, I'm paid to tell you you're not on the calendar. So those are definitely those type of jokes that make you 1 inch closer to hell, but whatever. So yeah, tell my mom. Well, anyways, sorry, total sidebar. I lost where the fuck I was going with that. Yeah, so they would video us so we can study ourselves, and I thought I had poker face, but you could clearly see on my face on those training videos how much I fucking hated how much I hated life, and how stupid I thought these training examples were, because you can only be told. I thought after the military and boot camp and the Marines, I thought you could only be told so many times that you suck. Giant asshole dick, you know? Not just dick, not just asshole, like dick coming out the asshole. Just I'm glad I could give you guys that visual right there. So, and that's actually kind of fun. I should probably incorporate that into one of my one of my bits. But you know, so it's like a professional database where these videos will be put, and then anytime the camera panned to me, you could just tell that I was there, and I was hearing everything you said, and I had a very clear emotional response that I didn't internalize as well as I thought I did. Um, so yeah, so of course, and like any parent, she's asking me, well, you know, what do you have planned? Well, luckily, a buddy of mine, he's done electrical work for years, and so you know he can only do one aspect of it, which is generating work and actually doing the work. But as far as expanding, branching off on your own, payroll coordination, and things like that, well, if only you knew somebody who had a business management degree. Yeah, you can totally see my intelligence just shining through this goddamn podcast. But we've been putting in the work for the past couple months. But you know, how cool would it be if me and you open up our own company, and I did this aspect of it of, the management, the office work, the coordinating, the payroll, the taxes, dealing with the state, and you do what you do because with that they can get work like crazy. And so we've been laying the groundwork for weeks, and now for the first time in my life, I get to be my own boss. So it's been an interesting 2 weeks. And if not, there's always going back to sales, which any sales manager who finds this is probably not going to be too thrilled. But then again, who knows? Is there such thing as comedy sales? All right, let's get somebody to dial some bars, and we've got a comedian we would love to see for you to check out. We could increase your return of investment with this. With 3 people a day now, we just was a whole sold out show, and so that's been my life. But by far the biggest thing that's been happening has been those goddamn shows that have been getting canceled, because they say that life is that funny thing that life is that thing that happens when you're busy making plans. So in my mind, and you can go back to the original podcast, you can see that it's I was going to do one every Tuesday, and I was going to log a video every week, and hopefully you could see improvement every week with a different story every week. I didn't want to do that shit where you tell just the same jokes over and over. I've got tons of material. I just got to pick the funniest 5 minutes, and then eventually, I'll get a different gig doing 10 minutes, then another gig doing 15 and 20. And then the goal is to actually do like a 45 minute to an hour stand up. That'd be fucking great. And I do have the material. Just all good things come to he who waits or works really hard for it or whatever. I'm pretty sure somebody in the back, somebody listening to this is like, whoever blows the fucking owner of the club gets the 45. So we'll see how desperate I'm just fucking kidding with you. But yeah, definitely interested to see where this is going to go, and especially with the hiccups. I really was hoping to have 4 really good videos of a story of Chico Amerikan with the podcast, but hey, life happens, so it looks like it's only going to be 2, and if they bail again next week, it's only going to be 1, and then I'm just going to have to see if I don't get my ass kicked for hey, do you mind if I videotape my stand up here at your? Oh, okay, no, I'll get the fuck out. All right, thanks. No pay? Yeah. So, but yeah, because I don't know. One of my favorite goddamn gurus, fucking Grant Cardone, millionaire ass Grant Cardone. He loves Twitter. He loves Instagram. He loves any form of social media that's free that can reach thousands of people. And I don't know if you know me personally, I've never been much more of a Facebook and LinkedIn type of guy. And then now that I started this, it's like the light clicked on, and suddenly everything's branded. I don't know if you notice, if you go on my fucking Twitter, everything has that Chico Amerikan logo, that funny little face that I'm doing, the I'm awesome face is what I call it. everything has at least something with that, or a photo of me on the microphone doing a stand-up. I've changed all the names of everything to Chico Amerikan, because that's definitely the brand that I'm trying to promote. And so, yeah, now, somehow I actually got through 20 minutes of this. Pretty impressed. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Chico_Amerikan at iCloud.com. American with a K. And be on the lookout for that video. I will definitely double check with Joe to make sure that that I don't have my friend showing up and that's not even a fucking show going. Make sure we're, and then after I've triple quadruple verified that we have a stand up to do next Tuesday, I'll go live again and be sure to post it up. And I'll try to bring back Cohen. I'll see if I can get Cohen back on. He did an amazing job of doing the interview last week. And, I guess technically it's week before last, whatever. And that way we can definitely do a recap of the show and just continue the trend. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. Anybody sitting in their cubicle and laughing at the wondrous little life of this brown little beanie. My name is Carlos Simpson. I am Chico Amerikan, and I hope you have a great day.